I think if I had one word to describe my life, it would be unpredictable. My name is Rihanna King. I go to Texas State University and I am 22 years old. So I grew up in Lake City, Texas. It was kind of like a small suburb of Houston. And it was kind of nice. It's in between Houston and Galveston, so we weren't that far from the beach, but we weren't that far from the city.
Beautiful day. How's that go? It's a beautiful day. Don't let it get away. We're on the road.
I do think that suburban life is not as simple as people think it is. It was kind of, growing up there, it's such a small town that it's kind of like, easily can be like a toxic environment.
I think it's hard as a parent because Reno's my first child too. She's very emotional, but I think in a good way. Like, she obviously can be a little dramatic sometimes, but I think that's what makes her Ray, is she truly feels.
Personally, like my mom, she had me very young. So me and my mom have a very almost sisterly relationship. So I had to kind of be strong for her and like be there for her throughout everything.
Goes by hella fast. I thought he was gonna run me over.
This page is my real dad and me. But I like to put like, this is when my friend graduated. I like to put like pictures and like, here's something I drew. Oh yeah, future baby. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of weird that that's in there.
When did you realize you were going through mental health?
In high school was when it really started getting kind of worse because I like had the freedom to like just do nothing. And so I would just sit around and do nothing all day, and I would get like really sad, but like for no reason. I think that's the difference between like being sad and being depressed, is kind of like if something happens to you, like if something that is sad happens and I feel sad, like I don't feel really like bad about it.
Like I said, she's always been emotional, but she was very overly emotional. And I think that's when, and we have a great relationship, at least I think, or I thought in high school and even now, but she came to me and, I feel very fortunate that she felt comfortable enough to come to me and tell me that she's struggling.
It's easy whenever you're feeling low to kind of go to that dark place and like think about it. But I don't think, like for me personally, I've never gotten to the point to where I actually like thought I would do it. But I do know people who have like been there, and like I can completely understand how you can like get there, because it is really easy to go there whenever you're feeling so just empty inside. Like, why am I here? What is the point?
You can press and drag it away from the gradient slider and release. Now that the colors in the gradient are set, you can adjust the position.
Honestly, I think school is probably the thing that's taking the biggest toll on my mental health right now. I think college is extremely demanding, especially with people who do struggle with mental health. For me, it makes me want to shut down and like go back into that like shut down, empty depression mode. Like, I'll wake up and I'll see everything I have to do and I'll be like, I can't. I'd rather just do none of it and just do nothing. Like, I'm just so overwhelmed. Object. No, like there's just these like little like tutorials on how to use Illustrator. I have to do them and like export it to like prove that I did it.
Why do you think you did it bad? Let me see.
Because this is what his looks like, and that's what mine looks like.
I think I liked it.
Okay, yeah, but it doesn't really look like that, does it? No.
The font?
No, the fact that it's neon. As a senior now, like I have like smaller classes, I guess, so I've been able to actually like talk to my professors, and sometimes I'll even like go to office hours and be like, look, I'm sorry, like can I have some time? Like, this is what I'm going through. And before, I was kind of scared that that would just sound like an excuse.
Yeah, we were really close. She kind of took me under her wing, I guess. She was my older sibling, so she was always there next to me, and we were always, I mean, we were in the thick of it together. We were always together, until my mental health problems started and things kind of started going.
I think that those 2 years that he was in and out of rehab kind of did put a strain on our relationship because we weren't really allowed to communicate. Like, he didn't have a phone, and he could only write letters to like my parents, and he would be like, tell Ray this, but like I couldn't really talk to him directly.
A lot of our great memories, I feel like, you know, with her cheerleading, that was her big passion, and she had competitions probably 10 times a year.
Her cheerleading, I don't know much about it, not gonna lie. I went to 2 competitions for her cheerleading, but she was gone, I mean, almost daily.
Oh, it was everything. I was obsessed with it. I like loved the sport, really. I spent all my time doing that. Like, I think whenever I quit, I regret it sometimes because I do miss it so much, but I had been doing it like so much for so long that I was kind of like, yeah, I can't anymore.
I knew how much she loved it, and I knew how hard it was for her. I saw pain in her in not just the physical sense, but the emotional sense. I mean, she had, you know, we'd gone through rounds of steroid injections in her back.
You talked about how you hurt yourself. Can you describe how did you hurt yourself and what the doctors told you?
So it wasn't like a specific time that it happened. I had just been tumbling over and over again for years and years and years, and my back started to hurt, which I was like, this is normal. And I went and got an MRI, and they said that I had like slipped one of my discs in my lower back. And I was like, okay, I'm still cheering. Y'all are crazy if you think I'm gonna quit.
Two-time NCAA All-American Ray King. Senior NCAA and UCAA All-American.
She's always had issues with her back, probably from tumbling. It does concern me a little bit because like even to this day, like since she's been out of cheer for a few years now, like it still bothers her. So
She was really sad. I know that. I think it was a lot of just anger and resentment towards her injury because I know she wanted that cheer so bad and she was so great at it and she loved it. She loved cheer way more than I loved baseball, and that was her thing. So I know she was really upset when she had the injury.
I am right now because I'm angry, but I'm fine.
I kind of felt like I didn't really have a good support system anymore because I was used to having like my family together, my brother, and like my whole team having my back. So then having like my family kind of fall apart, having my brother be gone, having my mom kind of having so much to deal with, and then also not being a part of like cheer anymore, I kind of just felt a little bit lost and sad, honestly. So I'm going to work stressed out, and I've been working every day for the past 4 days, so really not in the mood to go today. Usually if I have plans after work is whenever I get fully ready, but today's Sunday, so I'm just gonna do not much. right now in Austin, my best friend is my friend Brooke. So she kind of is like my soulmate in a weird way.
I just thought she was really goofy. I thought she was really sweet. Like whenever I was training her, it's kind of like a weird situation when you're training somebody at work because like you're kind of just like teaching them in a sense, you know?
I think that she's honestly helped a lot because she's one of my first friends that works as hard as I do. So like we both work at the same job and we're both like in college.
Whenever you're first starting out, it's like always going to be super stressful. I remember I was like, came home one day and was like, I'm quitting. And Ray was like, no, like it'll be fine. Like once we get the hang of things, it'll be cool.
It's kind of about, I told you.
I don't understand.
It's kind of about like mental health a little bit, but also about like life.
I mean, I try to be there as much as possible. Usually we'd probably just go out and like do something to like distract ourselves. I mean, she can always like talk to me.
Sometimes. Definitely sometimes.
As we all are.
Exactly. Yeah. That's the point. She kind of understands me on that level, and she'll have like rough days too where she's just like, I feel really low. But I think for both of us, it's like the rare time that we do have off, it's like instead of sitting here in my bed by myself and being depressed and not talking to anyone and turning my phone off, like I feel comfortable having her over here and we can just sit here and watch a movie and like laugh.
Video that guy. That's like, yeah, that's like a new thing, like Second Mitchell and like his Geek Squad.
What do you mean?
They have those, they do them on the lake, on the back of the boat.
Oh, can you row? Because I just spilled my drink.
Where to, partner?
I am so excited that this semester is ending. I can't wait to graduate, and I can't wait for school to be done with so that I can start my career. And honestly, it's been a crazy ride, but I'm glad that it's almost over. And yeah, I'm so happy to be a part of this documentary, and I'm so glad that I was able to share my story with you guys. I've kind of learned more about myself. It forced me to kind of reflect on myself and look at my past and where I've been and where I came. And so I'm glad everything worked out well and I've learned a lot. I'm nervous for sure to get into the real world, but I think that it will be fun, and honestly for me, I'm just excited to see where life takes me. I'm gonna just go wherever they want to hire me, and I'm honestly just glad to be done with school.
There's definitely been times throughout like high school and college where there's like times where she does struggle.
She's super bubbly, outgoing. She's kind of dark also though too.
I mean, right now I'm super proud of her just for being in school.
I have a lot of really good friends, and I have a lot of really good people in my life, and at this point in time, things are going good.